أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربي زدني علما وارزقني فهما. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and good evening. Uh, sorry. Last class we had discussed question number 8 up to question number 18. Today we are going to continue the lesson from question number 19. Before I start the session, I want to ask you whether you have the printout with you, whether do you have the hard copy with you, this paper. I shared the paper in the group, right? So last class I said to take the printout. So please take the printout. Then only okay, yeah, the paper. Okay. Then only the paper class will be effective. Okay. Question number 90 related to the Newton's third law. Okay. So before I move to the question, I will give you 2 minutes or 1 minute time. Can you tell me the answers? Yes, you can put the answer in the chat box.
First one?
First one. Okay, A and B. Okay, yes, that is the answer. First of all, we'll discuss Newton's third law, right? Newton's third law mentioned that each and every action has equal and opposite reaction. Look at this picture. The balloon pushes the air, that is the action. And this air will push the balloon. That is called as reaction. So action is equal to reaction. So each and every action has equal and opposite reaction. Okay, here action and here reaction. And look at these examples. So the gun will push the bullet, action. The bullet will push the gun back, that is reaction. So in the Newton's third law, you must be able to mark the second law, the action and the reaction. So from this question, we'll read the statements. Okay, first one, the balloon moves in the direction opposite to the air leaves. Yes, here the air leaves in this direction and the balloon moves in this direction. So statement A is correct. Statement B, the membrane of the wall pushes the air molecule back. Yes, the membrane of the balloon is the one who is responsible to push the air back. Not like in the rockets. The rocket and all, we have the setup to push the air. But in the balloon, we don't have any engines, okay? So in the balloon, the membrane of the balloon will push the air back. So statement B also correct. Why the statement C is wrong? Why the statement C is wrong? Because, well, in that question they have mentioned the balloon moves because of the air molecule in the atmosphere. No, there is no any connection between the air in the atmosphere. Inside the balloon we have the air. That air will be pushed back and that air will push the balloon forward. Did you get that idea? Here in the rockets, in the space, we don't have the air, right? In the space and all, we don't have the air. When the rocket is moving in the space, what will happen? The rocket will push the air and that air will push the rocket forward, because in the space and all we don't have atmospheric air, right? We have only the nothing is there, the vacuum is there. So when the rocket is moving in the space, rocket is here, rocket will push the air, that air will push the rocket upward. Same like that in this picture, in this question, try to get that idea. The air is released by the balloon, that is inside the balloon we have the air now. So that air will be moved back and that air will be pushing the balloon forward. There's no any connection, there's no any relation between the atmospheric air and all. Did you get that idea? Atmosphere air க்கு சம்பந்தம் இல்ல. Inside the balloon we have the air. That air will push the balloon forward. So that's why the statement is wrong. Pula, did you get that idea? Why the statement C, the third statement is wrong? Can you raise hand those who didn't got the idea regarding the third statement? Those who didn't got the idea regarding the third statement. Why the C statement is wrong? No one. Everyone got the idea. Fine, okay. We'll move to the next question, right? So now come to the paper. Come to the paper. So within the paper, you can see a small space will be given there, right? So within that gap, in the paper, wait, I want to open the paper. I think you can see the screen. Okay. So in the question here, we have a small gap here, right? So within that gap, you can write every action has equal and opposite reaction regarding the Newton's third law. And you can say A statement is correct, B statement is correct, C is wrong because they have mentioned the air in the atmosphere. No, there's no any connection between the air in the atmosphere. There's no any connection. Air in the atmosphere will be at rest. Nothing will happen to that one. The balloon will push the air and this air will push the balloon. No connection between atmospheric air. Okay, note down all these things. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. So from this question, we have learned what is Newton's third law and what is action and what is reaction. If you need, you can mark the action and the reaction. If you need, you can mark that one also. Okay. Shall we move to the next one, question number 20, Pulal? If you have done the work, if I finish writing, you can put a thumb mark in the chat box. Or you can put a reaction in the chat. Okay. One of you have completed the work. Okay, what about others? Just write the theory, write the law, write the laws, and mark down the action and the reaction. Okay, Vitu sir, did you share? Yeah, we have shared the paper, my dear. We have shared the paper in the group. Not today. Last week, we have shared a paper now. So this is a continuity of that paper. Okay, my dear. This is a continuity of that paper. Okay, Vitu? Fine. Two of you have completed the work. Shall I move to the next question? Okay, we can't allocate more time, Pulahal. Okay, we'll move to the next question. Okay. Here, regarding the separation from your grade 11 unit number 3 mixture. So in that part, you may have learned regarding the separation right here, evaporation. Evaporation means here we will have the salt and the water here. We will be boiling the water. Then what will happen? All the water will be evaporated. Then after what will happen? The salt will be deposited. So this is not evaporation. Sorry, crystallization. Crystallization. All the water will be evaporated and the salt will be deposited. So this comes under crystallization. And second one, this is filtration. Here under the filtration, you want to understand three things. What are they? First one, in the kitchen and all, to filter the milk, coconut milk, we will be using the strain. Same like that in the laboratories, to filtering purpose, we're going to use the filter paper. The first thing that you want to know, in the laboratories we are going to use the filter paper. And next one, Pulal, here the liquid or the solution, the pure liquid is called as filtrate, and the particles that has been stuck or the waste particles, they are called as residue. So under the filtration, you want to understand three things. First one, residue, and the filtrate, and the filter paper. That means the filter paper means that is a filter. So these are the three things that you want to know. So first of all, we have discussed what do you mean by crystallization. Second one, what is filtration. Third one, this is called as per solvent extraction. Try to get the idea. What do you mean by solvent extraction? And sorry, sir, I just arrived today. Can you share? Okay. I will share the paper. Don't worry. Okay, I will share the paper within the group itself. I will share. Don't worry. Solvent extraction means, look at the picture here. We have two layers here, right? This is water, And inside the water, we have mixed the iodine. We have the water. Within the water, we have the iodine. Okay, and here we have carbon tetrachloride, CCl4, carbon tetrachloride. Just try to understand one thing, okay? Here, the iodine is more soluble. Iodine is more soluble in carbon tetrachloride than the water. Iodine can be dissolved in the water and also in the carbon tetrachloride, but the iodine is more soluble in the carbon tetrachloride than water. Then what will happen, Pulahal? All the iodine in the water will be moving to the carbon tetrachloride. And if the iodine is in the water, that will be in brown color. If the iodine is in water, it will be brown in color. Look at the color here. Look at the color. Brown in color. Then, if the iodine enter into the carbon tetrachloride, they turn into pink color. They turn into pink color. So, from this solvent extraction, you want to understand only two things. Here, we were using two solvents, water and the carbon tetrachloride. In the water, we have the iodine. All the iodine will be moving to the carbon tetrachloride because carbon tetrachloride has the iodine is more soluble in the carbon tetrachloride. First thing. Second one, the observation. Earlier, the water will be brown in color. Later, it will be turning into pale color. Here you can see the pale color right here. Earlier brown color, but now pale color. But carbon tetrachloride turn into pink color. So these are the things that you want to know under the solvent extraction. We have discussed three things, right? Crystallization, filtration, and solvent extraction. Next one, distillation. This is called as simple distillation. In the picture, in the example, they give the picture and they will ask you the name. Simple distillation, and this is called as fractional distillation, and this is called as steam distillation. So there are three distillation: simple, fractional, and steam. And there's a past paper question based on the fractional distillation. There's a separate past paper question. Okay, so try to memorize these names and all: simple distillation, fractional distillation, and steam distillation. Okay, and can anyone tell me, what is the name of this condenser? Can anyone tell me the name of this condenser? There's a name that given for this condenser. What is the name? Liebig condenser. Liebig condenser. That is a name that given for that condenser. Okay. Now come to this question. Very easy question. Right here in the apparatus shown what? Simple distillation? No. Or what's the answer for anyone? You have the answer in the screen. First one, very good, regarding the solvent extraction. Solvent extraction. So from this question, we have learned what are the types of separation: crystallization, filtration, solvent extraction, steam distillation, fractional distillation, and simple distillation. Okay. Now come to the paper. Come to the paper. Come to the paper here. So here you can I think in the paper, I think if you have taken the printouts, the text are not clear, so it is better to mention the color, yellow color here, and here pale color, and here you can see purple color. Earlier colorless, then after purple color. Note down the color. If you have taken the printouts, I think that the text are not clear, right? So here you can mark that earlier the yellow color will be the yellow or brown color. Then after what will happen? The water will be turned to pale color, but all the iodine will be moving here, right? So you can mention that one. Iodine are moving there from the water to carbon tetrachloride. That's why it turned into purple color. You may remember the picture, right? Earlier I had shown you earlier. Okay. Note down all those things in the paper itself. Solvent extraction. And here name this one as simple distillation, and it can be divided into three types. Distillation can be divided into three types: simple distillation, steam distillation, fractional distillation. From your grade 11, you need number 3. Okay. Shall we move to the next part? Question number 21. Quick, pull quick, don't take more time. If you have done the work, if you have finished writing, you can put a thumb mark in the chat box. So then I can confirm whether you have done the work or no, because I can't see you, right? You can see me, but I can't see you. Okay, Aarti had done the work. Okay, what about others? Quick, 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 quick. Don't take more time. We want to discuss more number of questions today. Just mention the color and the movement of the iodine and 3 types of distillation. Okay, 2 of you have done the work. Now 3 of you have done the work. Okay, fine. We'll move to the next part. Okay. Related to the waves. Okay. So from this question, my dear, from this question, we are going to learn 7 things. 7 things that are related to waves. Okay. First one, if you have a wave like this, for example, just say you are going to move a rope. You're going to move a rope like this. Look at the picture here. You're going to move the rope like this. So at this time, the highest movement at this point, that is called as crest, and the lowest movement is in the most, the highest and the deepest or the lowest. The bottom we will have the trough. First thing that we have learned, what do you mean by crest? Second thing that we have learned, what do you mean by trough? Third one, the maximum height. This height is called as amplitude. Most of the students have a confusion in the amplitude and the crest. Crest means that point. That is called as crest. The height is called as amplitude. And also, this is also amplitude. This is also amplitude. So we have learned 3 things: crest and the trough and the amplitude. Fourth one, regarding the wavelength. Here from this crest to this crest, that is wavelength. And from this trough to, we'll say here we have another trough. This is also wavelength. You can see the yellow color, you can see the wavelength, right? Yellow. And also here to here, that is also wavelength. So we have learned 4 things, right? Crest, trough, amplitude, and the wavelength. Is it clear? Crest, trough, amplitude, and the wavelength. Is it clear, my dear? Crest, trough, amplitude, and the wavelength. I think it is clear for you. Now we are going to discuss what do you mean by frequency and what do you mean by period. Just try to get the idea. Look at the picture here. The particles are vibrating, right? The particles are moving, right? The particles are oscillating up and down. The particles are moving up and down. The particles are oscillating up and down. So now try to get the idea. Hey, listen here. We can understand this one in 2 methods. First one, memorizing the definition with the explanation. Second one, in the shortcut way, without knowing anything, just we are going to move the equation. Don't do it, okay? Here, first of all, here, listen here. Period means time taken to complete one oscillation. For example, just say, we'll take this particle again, the first particle. If the first particle took 3 seconds to complete one oscillation, we'll say it is moving like this, and like this. So a one complete oscillation. Just say it took 3 seconds for one complete oscillation. It took 3 seconds to move like this and like this. That means the frequency, the period will be 3 seconds. 3 seconds means the time taken to complete one oscillation. So that is period. Did you get the idea? What do you mean by period? Period means how much time it took to complete one oscillation. That is called as period. Second one, that is frequency. Frequency, not second one. Already we had discussed four things, right? This is fifth one and this is sixth one. Okay. For example, just say frequency means, just for example, just say if the particle is moving 2 times within 1 second, in the picture that is not that much fast. In the picture I can say, I think in within 1 second it move only 1 time. Okay, within 1 second it is moving only 1 time, right? We'll say within 1 second, if it is moving 100 times like this, within 1 second if it is moving 100 times like this, the frequency will be 100. If the particle is moving 50 times within 1 second like this, within 1 second, if the particle is moving like this, the frequency will be 50. So frequency means number of oscillation carried in 1 second. Within 1 second, how many vibration it done? Within 1 second, how many vibration it has been done? So number of oscillation or number of vibration that carried or that done by a particle within 1 second, that is called as frequency. Is it clear, my dear? Period mean how much time it took to complete one oscillation. Frequency mean within 1 second, how many vibration they have done. Did you get that idea? Fine. And also the period, that is time, right? So it is measured in second, and the frequency, that is not second, right? That is measured in hertz. Frequency is measured in hertz. 100 hertz, 50 hertz. Okay, now we have learned 6 things. Am I right or wrong? We'll check once again. I said that we are going to learn 7 things, but we have learned only 6 things. Okay, crest, trough, amplitude, wavelength. The 4 things: crest, trough, amplitude, wavelength. 4 things. Then after, what do you mean by period and what do you mean by frequency? Okay, before moving to the second one, so seventh one, before moving to the seventh one, come to the paper, my dear. Come to the paper. Come to the paper and write the definition here. Write the definition, the frequency, and for the period. Within the paper and under the question number 21, we have a small space, right? So in that space, you can write the definition for the frequency and the period, and you can label the names here. The crest. I will show you the picture. Then you can note down all those things. Okay. First of all, write the definition. For the period and for the frequency in that box, and mention that period is measured in seconds, and the frequency is measured in hertz. And then after, you can mark what is crest and trough. Make it quick. And you can put number 5 and number 6. Okay, this is number 5 and this is number 6. Make it quick. The reason for make you writing is this: when you're writing, then only it will be effective, right? That's why I have given a space. If not, what will happen? Just you will be watching the video and the lesson will be not that much effective. That's why for the physics part and all, I have given a space. But for the biology parts and all, I have given the explanation. There's no need to write for the biology questions. But for the chemistry and the physics, you want to be write all those things. Okay. Okay, Ruhma done. Those who have done the work, you can put any reactions in, or you can put a message in the chat box, a thumb up or whatever. Then I can confirm that you have completed the work. Okay, we'll move to the next part. Okay, I hope that you have finished writing frequency and the period. Okay, now come to this part. Okay, the 4 things that we have discussed earlier. Okay, this is 5th and 6th one. Okay, already we have written the period, the frequency, 5 and 6. First 4, crest and the trough, wavelengths, third one, and fourth one, amplitude. Okay, Mahoy baby. Okay, I will send me the words. Okay. Can you put a message, my dear? Can you put a message, baby? I don't have your number, so baby or Hudaybi? Hudaybi, sir. I will share the PDF. Okay, don't worry. Yeah? After the class. These are the four things that we have learned from this question. Crest, trough, wavelength, amplitude. Four things. And fifth and sixth already we had discussed. Okay. Now, make it quick, okay, because we don't have time. So I'm moving a little bit faster. Okay. Now the seventh one. Seventh one. That is the relationship between the period and the frequency. Okay, relationship between the period and the frequency. Period is equal to 1 over f. Frequency is equal to 1 over t. You may ask, so what does it mean? Okay, don't worry. In the exam, they will give the frequency. For example, just say the frequency is equal to 100 hertz. And they will tell you to find the period. They have given the frequency. They will be asking the period. So how can you find the period? You know, frequency is equal to vice versa of frequency. Period is equal to vice versa frequency. Talakila maathunga. You want to turn it reciprocal, okay? If the frequency is 100, period will be 1 over 100. Okay. For example, we will take another example. Okay, this is example number 1. And we will take example number 2. Okay. They are given the period. Period is equal to 5 seconds. And they are asking you to tell me the frequency. What do you want to do? Nothing to think. Nothing to think. Just reciprocal. 5. If the period is 5, frequency will be 1 over 5. If the frequency is 100 hertz, the period will be 1 over 100. Did you get that idea? Just you want to turn it back. Vice versa. Reverse panna. Reciprocal. You want to find the reciprocal. Did you get that idea? Question number, sorry, fact number 7. Note down this one. Period is equal to 1 over f. Frequency is equal to 1 over t. T means period. Period is equal to 1 over f. Frequency is equal to 1 over t. These are the equations that we have learned from this question. 7th one. Okay. Because in this question that is not needed, it's okay. And if you need, you can write the example. Frequency 100 hertz. If they are asking the period, what do you want to do? Just vice versa, reciprocal. And example number 2, they are given the period. They are asking you to find the frequency. What do you want to do? Just turn it back. That's all. Okay. Shall I erase, Pulan? Shall I erase all these things regarding the period and the first 4 things? Just put thumb up or any other reaction. You can put yes or no in the chat box, or you can turn on the mic and you can let me know. Okay, sir, you can erase, sir, whatever you wish. Okay, done. Swastika done. Atik done. Rahma done. Okay. Fine. And Ashif Sadiq done. Okay. We'll move to the next part, mind. We'll move to the next part. I'm going to erase all these things. Okay. I'm going to erase 3, 2, 1. Fine. Now, can anyone find the answer here? P. That is amplitude. So I'm asking here amplitude. So the amplitude that is P, right? Amplitude that is P. And Q that is wavelength. Okay, wavelength that is Q. So answer will be Q comma P. And they are asking the frequency. How can I find the frequency? Well, in the question they have clearly mentioned this graph has been taken after 1 second. So now you want to calculate how many waves are there. How many waves are there? We'll calculate how many waves are there, right? Okay, wait. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 waves are here. Within 1 second, the wave has created 4 waves. That means within 1 second it has vibrated 4 times. That's why within 1 second it has created 4 waves. So earlier I said that under the frequency definition, number of vibration created in 1 second. In the question they have clearly mentioned the graph has taken after 1 second. So definitely the frequency will be 4. So Q comma P comma 4. Okay, shall I ask you a question, my dear? If they are asking what will be the period, then what is the answer? In the question they didn't ask the period, just I am asking. What is the period?
1/4.
1/4. Because period is equal to 1/f. Period is equal to talahil f the talahil. Okay, if that is 4, frequency that is 4, period means 1/f. That is 1/4. So answer will be 0.25. But in the question they didn't ask the period. They have asked only the frequency. But just I said that, okay, if you need you can mark that one. Period is equal to, if you need you can mark that one, right? If you need you can mark that one. Period that is equal to 1/f, and you know the frequency, right? You know the frequency, that is 4 hertz. So 1/f, that is 0.25 seconds. This is the period. But in the question they didn't ask the period, so that is not needed here. But just I said that. Okay, sir. Sir, will you finish this whole paper today? Yes, I will try my best to finish this paper today, my dear. So now we have learned up to question number 21. Now we are going to move to question number 22. It's a biology part, very easy thing. Okay. Common inherited characters and rare inherited characters. These are the common inherited characters. Skin color, they are inherited from your mother to you, from generation to generation. Curly hair, straight hair, regarding the earlobes, whether it has been fused or it is free, or when you're holding your hand, the position of the thumb finger. These are common inherited characters. Ability to fold the tongue, the widow's peak, the dimple in the cheek, and the straight or the curved thumb. All these things are common inherited characters. எல்லாமே common ஆவே உங்களுக்கு every day-to-day life we can see that term, right? Commonly it is inherited, but there are some rarely inherited characters. Just look at the picture here. Syndactyly, it is very very rare, right? Polydactyly, the six finger, it is very very rare. So these are the rare inherited characters. So you must have idea what are the example for the common inherited characters and what are the example for the rarely inherited characters. Here the albinism, the brown and the blue eye, these are the common, so very very rare, right? The blue eye is very very rare, right? So these are the rare inherited characters and these are the common inherited characters. Okay, so can anyone tell me the answer for this question? Common inherited character.
Second one.
Second one, yes, common inherited character and a rare inherited character. So from this question, my dear, from this question, we have learned what are the common inherited characters and what are the rare inherited characters. So now come to the paper, my dear. Come to the paper. So within the paper, you can divide this area into two columns and table that one. Here, common inherited characters, and here rare inherited characters. Okay, you know what are the common and what are the rare inherited characters, right? For the rare, you can say polydactyly, syndactyly, albinism, and the blue and the red. I think not red, the blue and the brown eye. I will note down this one for the. These are the rare inherited characters. You can mark that one. Okay, these are the rare, and these are the common inherited. Within the chart, you can mark that one. Okay, what are the common inherited characters There's no need to write all these characters, okay? But for the rare inherited characters, mention all the things, right? Mention these four things. Okay, shall we move to the next part? Yeah, I know I'm very fast because, well, we don't have enough time now. That's why I'm moving a little bit faster, okay? So when you're writing the explanation, please make it quick. And also, when I'm explaining the question, don't write. Did you get the idea? When I am telling you to write the explanation error, then you want to write quicker, faster. But when I'm explaining anything, don't write. Okay, then it will be difficult to understand. No? Make it quick, make it quick. Okay, Rohma has done the work. Shall I move to the next part, my dear? Or the மூணு பேர் சொன்னீங்கன்னா okay. Okay, if you have sorry the three members put the thumb or whatever, then I can move to the next. Uday, is it clear, my dear? Uday, it is for grade 10, unit number 10 under the inheritance part. Fine. We'll move to the next part, Kunal. Regarding the grade 10 unit number 7, that relative molecular mass and those things. Okay. Most of the students will have more number of confusion in this part. Okay. Nothing to worry, Kunal. Nothing to worry. Okay. From this question, we are going to learn only three things. Relative atomic mass, what is relative atomic mass, and what is atomic mass unit, and what is molar mass. These are the three things that we are going to learn here. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. I'm going to make it simple and I'm going to make it explain. Don't be confused. Okay, be clear. First one, we're going to discuss what do you mean by atomic mass unit. Okay, when I'm explaining regarding the atomic mass unit and related atomic mass and all, you must not ask why did we have done like this, because if I explain why, the answer for why, it will take more time. Now I'm going to give only the theory, okay, only the equation and only the substitution. So if you have any doubts, sir, why did we did like that, no, the explanation will be not given here because it will make you more confused. Don't worry, without that explanation, without why, without answering the question why, we can answer this question. So don't worry, okay, come with me, come with me. Truckla vaanga na avula கூட்டிட்டு போய் தருவேன். Don't worry, okay. Atomic mass unit mean, atomic mass unit mean we are going to take the mass carbon atom. Okay, we want to take the mass of carbon atom, mass of carbon atom, and we want to divide it by 12. Some of them have doubts, why did we take the carbon and why did we divide it by 12? They will not needed. Okay, so we have taken the carbon atom and we had the mass of the carbon atom and we had divided by 12. Okay, and 1.99 into 10 to the power minus 23 grams, this is the mass of carbon atom. Now I'm going to divide that number by 12 and I will get the answer 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 20. This is the thing that you want to know regarding the atomic mass unit. In the exam, they will ask the equation for the atomic mass unit. So at that time, you must be able to write this equation. And they will tell you to find the atomic mass unit. So at that time, we can't do the calculation, right? So just memorize this one. 1.99 into 10 to the power minus 23, that is the mass of the carbon atom, and we divide that value by 12 and we get the answer 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 23. That is atomic mass unit. Did you get that idea, Pulal, regarding the atomic mass unit? If you don't have the idea, if it is not clear, if you're in grade 10, if this lesson is not clear, don't worry, ma, don't worry, just come with me. Okay, first thing that we have learned, atomic mass unit. You know what is atomic mass unit? We divide the carbon atom, mass of the carbon atom by 12. Okay. Now second part, that is relative atomic mass. Okay. For first 20 elements, we are going to find the relative atomic mass. But here we have taken only for magnesium. Now I am going to calculate the relative atomic mass of magnesium. Okay. Here the equation will be like this. Mass of the magnesium atom. If you want to find the magnesium, relative atomic mass of magnesium, I want to divide mass of magnesium by atomic mass unit. If you want to find the relative atomic mass of hydrogen, you want to divide the mass of the hydrogen by atomic mass unit. If you want to find relative atomic mass of aluminium, you want to divide the mass of aluminium by atomic mass. Did you get that idea? Here we are going to calculate the relative atomic mass of magnesium now. So that's why we have took the mass of magnesium and we are going to divide by atomic mass unit. Okay, this is the mass of magnesium, and we are going to divide by atomic mass unit. You know what is atomic mass unit here? Atomic mass unit. This is 24. Sorry, this is 24. Now here we are going to take. We are going to divide by 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24. And Pulal, this is not needed. The calculation is not needed. For the exam, the substitution will be needed. In a model exam or even in the final paper, the calculation is not needed. They will never let you to find the answer here. Just you must be able to substitute. Relative atomic mass of magnesium means mass of the magnesium. If magnesium will have a mass, no? So that mass of the magnesium will be divided by atomic mass unit. Okay. And the answer will be 24. But not needed, not needed. Finding the answer, how did you divide that 4.03 by 1.66? No, nothing. That is not needed. In the exam, you must be able to substitute. That means you must be able to write the equation. Mass of the magnesium divided by atomic mass unit. And you know what is atomic mass unit? Here we have the atomic mass unit. We have already memorized. So we have written that one here. 1.66 into 10 to the minus 24. And we got the answer 24. But getting the answer 24, that is not needed. So we have learned two things. Atomic mass unit and relative atomic mass of magnesium. Okay. Now third one, that is, what do you mean by molar mass? Now try to get the idea, Pulal. Now try to get the idea. Relative atomic mass of magnesium, what is that? 24. Okay. Now, just try to get the idea. Relative atomic mass equal to molar mass. That is another thing that you want to learn. Relative atomic mass is equal to molar mass. So you know, for the magnesium, the relative atomic mass was 24. Do you remember that one? Earlier we have calculated here. Relative atomic mass is 24. So the molar mass also will be 24. Okay, fine. Did you get that idea? That one? Is it clear, my dear? But you don't know what do you mean by molar mass. You don't have the idea of the molar mass. Okay, I will explain regarding the molar mass. Before moving to the molar mass, did you get this equation? Relative atomic mass is equal to molar mass. For the magnesium, relative atomic mass was 24, so molar mass was 24. For the carbon, relative atomic mass is 12, so molar mass also 12. For the aluminium, the relative atomic mass will be not needed. The values are not needed in the exam. They will give the value. We'll take sodium. The sodium, the relative atomic mass of sodium is 23. So the molar mass of sodium also will be 23. Did you get that idea? For the chlorine, relative atomic mass, that is 35.5. So molar mass, that is also 35.5. So did you get that idea? Relative atomic mass and molar mass are same. The fourth thing that we have learned. Now the third one, molar mass. Molar mass means mass of a mole. Now you may ask, so what do you mean by mole? No, the answer is not given here. Okay, just try to get the idea. Molar mass means mass of 1 mole. Mass of 1 mole, that is molar mass. Okay, this is the just definition. There's no need to worry about the explanation at all. Definition: molar mass means mass of 1 mole. Okay, now we'll come to the question. Come to the question here. First one: relative atomic mass of magnesium is 24. You know, we have already calculated here. Relative atomic mass. Here they have given, right? That one, right? Okay, 24. And you know, Pulahal, if the relative atomic mass is 24, if the relative atomic mass is 24, molar mass also will be 24, right here. The molar mass of the magnesium is 24. Second one, you know molar mass mean? What do you mean by molar mass? Mass of 1 mole. Mass of 1 mole or 1 mole. Here, mass of 1 mole of magnesium is 24. All the options are correct. If it is not clear, Pulahal, just put no in the chat box. Clear. Answer number 4. Ah, yes. Very good. But if it is not clear, you can put no in the chat box. Here, what do you mean by atomic mass unit? Then what do you mean by relative atomic mass? Third one, what do you mean by molar mass? The definition. Fourth one, the relative atomic mass is equal to molar mass. If the relative atomic mass is 24, molar mass also will be 24. For the magnesium, the molar mass will be 24 because relative atomic mass is 24. No? And do you know the meaning of molar mass? Mass of 1 mole, that is 24 grams. Yeah. That is molar mass mean. Molar mass mean mass of 1 mole. Right, you can put no in the chat box, mind if it is not clear. How to divide? Which one asking? How to divide? எதை divide பண்ணணும்னு கேக்குறீங்க? Finding the relative atomic mass. I asking that one, my dear. First one. Ah, here this one. No, not needed. In the exam, no, not needed. If they are asking, if in the exam, just say, if what do you write the equation for the atomic mass unit. உலகம் அழிஞ்சாலும் this will be the equation, and this will be the answer. In the exam, if they are asking to write the atomic mass unit, this will be the direct answer. Nothing to worry, Atik. Okay. Just memorize. Mass of the carbon atom divided by 12. 1.99 divided by 12. That is equal to 1.66 like that. Right? Okay. We'll move to the paper. We'll move to the paper. Okay. Within the paper, now I'm going to write the explanation. Right? Relative atomic mass means mass of the magnesium atom divided by atomic mass unit. First of all, we'll write the equation for the atomic mass unit. Okay, atomic mass unit equal to mass of carbon atom divided by 12. And you know the values, right? Mass of the carbon atom, that is 1.99 into 10 to the power minus 23 divided by 12. That is atomic mass unit, and that is equal to 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24. So first thing that we have learned, and mass of the magnesium divided by at mass unit. Mass of the magnesium atom, that is 4. They will give all the thing in the exam, don't worry. Eh? Divided by atomic mass unit, you know the value of atomic mass unit here. Already we have calculated. Answer will be 24. And here, related atomic mass is 24. So molar mass also will be 24. And you know the definition for the molar mass? Mass of mass of 1 mole. That is called as molar mass. And Atik, you asked me how did I get that 1.66, right? Yeah, take your calculator and do this calculation, okay? Then you will get that answer. Here, look at the number here. 23 has been converted to 24. If I explain that one now, it will take time. And also that is not needed for the exam. That is not needed for the exam. Now, in the exam, they may ask, write the equation for the atomic mass unit. Now you know how to write the equation for the atomic mass unit. Done. Then in the exam, they will ask the equation for the relative atomic mass. You know the equation for the relative atomic mass. And they will ask, what do you mean by molar mass? You know the equation for the molar mass. So equation, not the equation, definition. The mass of 1 mole. Okay. And another important thing, the molar mass is measured in gram mole minus 1. The unit for the molar mass is gram mole minus 1. Here, Pulahal, I didn't explain the theory in a deeper manner. I have explained the question in a short way. Okay, because if I explain this question in a very big manner, the question will become difficult part. So that's why I have explained the question very short. Okay, just the fact that you want to need atomic mass unit, related atomic mass, molar mass, only those. Okay. Fine. If you have finished studying, you can tell me, my dear. We can move to the next part. Mass of magnesium, you know the mass of magnesium. And Sajida, Shukra, are you in the class? Sajida and Shukra. No. Fine. Rahuma, done. Okay. If it is not clear, you can put no. Okay, for some one of you have tell that is not clear. Who is that? PYB. Can you rename your name, my dear? I don't know the name. Taibao, Taibano, Taliban. What is your name, my dear? You have mentioned that is not clear for you. Can you rename? Swastika and not. Taiba. Okay. So listen here, Maha. Listen here. You know the equation for the atomic mass unit. What is the equation? Here, first one. What is the equation? Mass of the carbon atom divided by 12. That will be not changed. So you know the mass of carbon atom. You want to memorize that one, okay? 1.99 into 10 to the power minus 23 divided by 12. The answer will be 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24. That is atomic mass unit. So now you know what do you mean by atomic mass unit. And you may have a doubt. Say, why did we do carbon? Why did we divide by 12? That is not needed. And second one, because in the exam they will never ask that one, okay? That's why telling that is not needed, okay? Second one, relative atomic mass. If you want to find the relative atomic mass, you want to divide the mass of a magnesium by atomic mass unit. If they are asking relative atomic mass of calcium, what do you want to do? You want to divide the mass of calcium by atomic mass unit. If they are asking relative atomic mass of oxygen, you want to divide the mass of the oxygen by atomic mass unit. But in the question, they are asking the relative atomic mass of magnesium. No? So I took the mass of magnesium and I divide by atomic mass unit. Okay. Here we have that mass of 4.03 mass of magnesium. We divided by atomic mass unit 1.66 and we got the answer 24. And also in this question, there's no need to know how did I do the calculation, not needed. Just you want to memorize the equation for the relative atomic mass of magnesium. What is the equation here? This is the equation. That's all. That's all you needed. Okay. Third one. Regarding the molar mass. What do you mean by molar mass? Molar mass means mass of 1 mole. You may have a doubt. What do you mean by 1 mole? Don't worry. Don't worry. Just memorize. Molar mass means mass of 1 mole. Okay. And now the relationship between the relative atomic mass and the molar mass. What is the relationship? Both are same. If the relative atomic mass is 24, the molar mass also will be 24. Taiba, is it clear, my dear? Not clear. Okay. We'll move to the next question, right? Okay. I'm going to move to the slide. Okay. Who can tell me the answer for this one? Very easy question, but definitely you will do the mistake. Question is very, very easy, but definitely you will find the wrong answer. Or challenge panena. Can you tell me the correct answer? No, Ruma, no, that is not the answer. That is not the answer. Check the answer. Read the question very carefully. Read the question. Easy and curly, but definitely you will tell me the wrong answer. Illa manha, no, no. Udevi, no. Udevi, no. Ruhma, no idea. And Atik, no. Shall I explain? Okay. Listen here, Pula, listen here. From this question, we are going to learn a very, very important thing, that is read the question carefully. Okay, look at the question here. They have clearly mentioned here we have 1 kilogram of object, right? The mass of 1 kilogram is accurately weighed in the pan balance. Okay, so if it is, this is 1 kilogram. If it is 1 kilogram, definitely this one will be also 1 kilogram, because it is in balance now. It is in balance now, equilibrium now. So definitely that one also will be 1 kilogram. Okay, 1 kilogram plus 1 kilogram. And they have clearly mentioned mass of the pan. You know, the pan also will have the mass, right? So the mass of the pan, that will be 1 kilogram. They are asking what will be the tension. Tension, this is tension. They are asking what will be the tension in that string. So 1 plus 1 plus 1. Totally, we will have 3 kilograms. But they are asking the tension, right? Tension means that is force. Tension means that is force. So we can't say 3 kilograms. Why? Why can't we say 3 kilograms? Because 3 kilograms is not the force. That is mass. That is mass. But they are asking the tension, the force that exerted on the string. Altogether, the pan and this object and all together, they will be applying the force on the string, right? That is called as tension. The pan and the object are there, the 1 kilogram of object are there, right? 2 kilogram object is there. Altogether, they will create a force on the string, right? So they are asking what is the force, or what is the value of the tension? Okay, 3 kilograms is given there. So now we are going to calculate the weight. Then we are going to calculate the force. Weight is equal to mass into gravitational acceleration. Mass is equal to 3 kilograms. Gravitational acceleration will be 10 ms minus 2. So answer will be 30 Newton. Every. So, did you get the idea, my dear? So from this question, what the thing that you have learned? Nothing to learn, right? Already we had discussed this equation. W is equal to mg within our force pass paper collection. Within the paper class, we had discussed that force pass paper collection for the force part for Newton's law of motion. So in that part, we had discussed what is weight, what is mass, what is acceleration. So weight is equal to mass into gravitational acceleration. We had the idea, but we had done a mistake, right? Most of the student has sent me 2 kilograms or 20 Newton. But the answer is 30 Newton. Yeah, I know the question is little bit, கொஞ்சம் லேசா கொஞ்சம் ஒரு மாதிரியான but a very good question, right? Swastika, okay. Swastika, did you get the idea, my dear?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, fine. Those who have, send me the wrong answers. Atik and all of you have sent me the wrong answers, but is it clear? Atik, Bisurulafi, Galaxy A55, Hudaybi, Manha. Sajida. Epa pani your class ke. Muad and Rima and Rahuma and Devi Shani. Swastika Taiba Vitum. Is it clear, bola? It is clear. You can put yes in the chat box or you can put a thumb mark or whatever. Fine. Okay. Now come to the question. Okay. Now come to the question. Come to the paper. Come to the paper here. Okay. So within the paper, you can erase the previous one. Okay. Okay. Within the paper, you can write here 1 kilogram, 1 kilograms, and here 1 kilogram. But the pan also have the mass from here. You can highlight this one. So totally 3 kilograms. And now the equation, the weight, the force, that is equal to mass into gravitational acceleration. Mass, that is 3 kg. Answer will be 30 Newton. Right, okay. Is it clear, Bilal? Right. So now, Bilal, we are going to conclude the class. The remaining question, 25. Last class we have discussed 20 question, right? 17 question. So up to 25 we had discussed it. Up to 24 we had discussed today. And last class I said that the paper class, the time will be extended, but today I couldn't extend that time because we had the class for grade 9. So the next week, inshallah, the time will be extended, right? Up to 1.5 an hour. Okay. So we'll meet in our next class. And Pura, you can share the posters and the details regarding the free paper class with your friends and your colleagues. Okay. So it will be helpful for others, right? Okay. So we'll meet in our next class. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good night. Have a nice day. We'll meet in our next class.